Hello everybody and welcome back to the Library of Ruina. Alrighty, so in this episode we are going to be doing something very special. Now, I have been warned that having my entire modded setup is probably not a good idea, but also probably might work. So we're gonna see how it goes. But as for what we're going to do in this episode, it takes place right over here. And with the click of this little button, we can begin a new roguelike run. Hello, Shadow from the future here, butting in for just a moment. So I feel that I did a poor job explaining what was going on in this episode. So two things. Number one, I was technically given early access to this mod. However, my work schedule immediately went, nah, I think you're gonna get a whole lot more hours all of a sudden, so while I was given early access, that didn't last for too long because the mod is now officially public, and you can find it in the description below. But in case you don't know what this is, because again, I didn't do a whole good job explaining it, this is a extremely fleshed out roguelike mod. And without spoilers, it is incredible. Like, there are some things in this mod that I do not think I could have expected from any mod, really. Like, there's so many mods that add such unique, cool things. I don't think I've seen a single mod do what this one does. So with that being said, I think that's a much better intro, and I'm going to leave you with Past Shadow. Scene 1. The Canard. I don't know if that got hurt. Scene 1. The Canard. So, let's see. Okay, so floor doesn't matter. Good to know. RogueLike Reborn. Sparkling. With me, you shall walk through endless, ever so sparkling possibilities. As for what we have, we are weak to everything. We have Roguish Evade. On use, draw 1 page and gain 1 endurance this scene. Stand Your Ground. On use, restore 2 light. We have 2 of those. Double Twin Strikes. On use, draw 1 page. Double Hit and Run. On Clash, lose. Reduce incoming damage and stagger damage by the natural value. That's pretty good. Coordinated Strikes. On use, dice on this page gain +1 power for each copy of this page being used against the same target. We also have 5 on. And here we go. You find yourself facing a sparkling mirror. It gives you a choice between 4 mystical artifacts to aid you in your journey. Which one will you choose? We could choose the Heart of Iron. The Patron Librarian restores 6 HP at the start of each act. Okay. The Hunter's Cloak. The Patron Librarian draws 2 pages at the start of each act. At the start of each scene, add a copy of Shiv to the hand of the Patron Librarian. Oh boy. Strange Orb. At the start of the act, summon an orb. The orb has 30 HP, cannot be staggered, and is able to inflict 1 paralysis to all enemies, make 2 random allies, restore 1 light, make 2 random allies draw 1 page, or give all allies 1 damage up. The orb will choose one of these actions at random while it is alive. And the Vicious Glasses. At the start of the act, give 10 critical strike to all allies. Well, I gotta be honest, the Strange Orb and the Vicious Glasses sound very good. I'm gonna go for Crit Chance. You can never go wrong with Crit Chance. A sparkling mirror beckons, vibrating as it manifests your chosen artifact. It lands softly in your hands, prompting the mirror and its surroundings to dissipate into thin air. Random event, anything could happen. A normal battle, do reception of an ordinary guest or another random event. Well, random it is. Cool. Well, we're up against a big old feather. Oh. You enter a rundown antique shop looking for loot. As you explore, you find a very fancy book on top of a rotten wooden table, its pages oozing out sparkling dust. A little plaque on the side of the table reads, "Writeth the humble dreameth, taketh on a crochet." You can either write a silly dream, gain 2 combat pages of this chapter, or write a serious dream, gain a combat page of next chapter. Let's be serious. You wrote about a silly dream you have, the book closing soon after. Did I click the wrong one? Book of Urban Myth paperback. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Prepared Mind Plus. Uh-oh. Combat start. When inflicting burn, using combat page as a scene, inflict 1 additional stack and gain 1 endurance this scene. On Clash Win, gain 1 endurance next scene. On hit, inflict 2 burn. Cruelty, recover HP, and stagger resist equal to target's bleed, a max of 30. Okay. And deflect. On Clash Win, reduce power of opponent's next die by 1. On hit, inflict 1 paralysis. So we basically burn or bleed. Let's bleed. Okay, now we can either rest. I don't think we need to do that yet. We can either shop. We don't have any money. Let's do a normal battle. We're up against 2 of Yoon's fixers. Okay, pretty basic cards. I don't know what this plus is about, but let's see. As for our crit chance, attacks have a 10% chance to deal plus 50% damage and stagger damage. Not bad at all. You're both just going for pure evades, so I'm... Coordinated strikes, just go for a kill. Yep, seems good to me. Let's see. We'll just go for scars. Why not? Okay. I think we go stand ground. Should be able to avoid his attacks pretty well. We just about get a stagger. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite go through. Scene 3. Combat starts, and we go for the coordinated strikes to finish this fight. And we get 4 Canard paperbacks. We can either do Skitter Away on play. This speed die has plus 3 speed. Mutilate Plus, on hit, recover 1 HP up to 3 times. Or Dirty Blow Plus, on hit, inflict 2 bleed next scene. Well, let's go for some bleed build, shall we? Let's see, for the next one, Skitter Away again. Feeling Good Plus, on hit, inflict 1 fragile next scene, or just a regular old thrust. Feeling Good, why not? Let's see, Dodge and Strike, Bite Off Plus for more bleed, or we could go for Going First. On use, if this page is the user's first played combat page as seen, boost the minimum value of all dice on this page by +2. Okie dokie. Fend this off while you can. On Clash Win, lower max value of opponent's next die by 3. On hit, inflict 2 bleed. Yeah, why not? Let's just quadruple dip into bleed. Oh, we can also get a new page. Ooh, okay. We could do Finn, 42 health, 22 stagger, 3 starting light, slash damage. I'm gonna go with Naoki. Yeah. Okay, now let's do another regular battle. May as well, we've got plenty of health. Garbage collection completed automatically. Total cleaned MB. Okay. What does that mean? Oh, wait a minute, because it's constantly generating, like, more to keep track of, so it deletes what it no longer needs, I think. Dude, this mod is so incredibly fleshed out. Like, okay, I know I've kind of just been rolling with it for the moment, but can I just say how crazy this is already? Okay, first of all, the fact that it's going reception to reception, I would say it's the first mod that I encountered that does that, but it's not. What it is the first one to do is, for one, be able to update our build as we go. It's able to clear out unnecessary memory that it's no longer using. And it's also able to just keep adding on passives while also keeping track of a currency. That's good lord. The amount of talent is actually just crazy there. And I'm not just saying that because I was given early access, okay? By the way, you know what's funny? Because of my recording schedule, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, if the mod has gone public by the time this video updates and I just sound crazy. But, hey, you know, if that happens, then cool. But if not, hey, you know what I'm saying? Now, as for what he has, double preparation, on Clash Win restore 1 light, double wallop, which is just a strong page, struggle, on use gain 2 protection, next scene, easy. Alright, Mr. Finn, I want to know what this plus does. We'll interact with it next and see what happens. I'm gonna try, actually, Twin Strikes has no chance of winning. Let's go ahead and stand our ground, hope for the best. I'm gonna press a plus. It's our trinkets. It's our trinkets. Surprise box, consumable, cancel 1 random combat page on the target speed dice. Oh! Oh, we just have an entire trinkets menu that we can just open up as needed. Oh, okay. Huh. I need to see what change position does next. Let's go ahead and just go for a roguish evade, see what happens. Okay, ended up working out quite nicely for us. I'm also very curious if our health and stagger resist carries over in between receptions. I don't think we're gonna win this clash, but that's fine. Okay, it's very clear when we get a crit. We also get 3 more paperbacks. I'm gonna go for time for a little test. Honestly, I'm just gonna go for time for a little test again. Ooh. On kill, gain on, depending on target's key page rarity. Money build? Plus bleed? Dice on this page gain power equal to target's paralysis up to 3. Ho! Ho! On use, recover health. On hit, recover health and stagger resist. So, ultimate sustain or ultimate money. I'm going for money. Let's see, we could get Lenny's page, but that doesn't actually give us anything. I'm gonna go for page 3. Why not? Okay, we could also do a resting room. You know what? Why not? Let's upgrade one of our pages. Whoa. Okay. We can... Oh, okay, so it's a choice. Page conversion. Select one combat page and remove it. Get one combat page reward from the previous chapter of the removed combat page. Depending on the grade of the combat page you have removed, you will receive a higher grade combat page reward. When you remove the combat page of the Canard chapter, you will receive the lowest grade of the Canard chapter. Okay. And you can do that twice. Okay. Well, let's upgrade a page. Apparently we can't do that to the one that gives us money. I'm very upset now. Let's upgrade time for a little test. Let's see. 4 to 4, 2 to 3. Okay, so it makes the dice significantly more effective. Deal. And then we can also convert a page. Let's go ahead and convert Feeling Good. Gain 1 protection and stagger protection. Oh, wow. Endure Plus is actually pretty insane. Let's go ahead and get rid of... We don't have too many ways to do bleed. I think I kind of want to get rid of Dirty Blow Plus. Okay, and we can get another Fend This Off While You Can. I think we're going to do that. And then we're done. Boss battle. Do reception of a much stronger guest. Okie dokie. Sounds good to me. Oh, we're up against 3 people. Mo, Consta, and Arnold. Oh, boy. Triple dodge and strike. Double ender. I'm probably dead. They have so much paralysis synergy. I think I might have gone a little too fast. Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. I'm in danger. Charge up is a single use. On use at the start of each scene. Restore 1 light and inflict 1 paralysis on self for the rest of the act. Interesting. Craft? You can spend money to just craft a page? Abnormality. Oh. Wait, what did I just do? Oh. You can pick an abnormality to specialize in. Huh. Or does it just tell you what it does? We'll find out in a moment. Combat bookshelf. Oh, we could just change it. Let me just change my pages real quick. Let's go. Time for a little test. Let's do double Fend This Off While You Can. Let's go for some Endure. Maybe a Cruelty going first. Ooh, we desperately need some page drop. Ooh, Stand Ground. Yeah, why not? That's good. And then something to draw a page. Yeah, why not? That'll do. Then we'll just save that. And then, oh. Okay, and then let's change to Naoki. Wow! Dude, it even updates, like, as you're going. This is a visual bug, but still. And it interesting. So, it updates what we're using while also keeping what pages we have equipped. And the remaining axe tells us how far we've gone. So, currently we're 6 receptions in. I still think we're dead. But may as well try. Okay, so, hear me out. Actually, we don't have any paralysis, so I'm not too afraid of what they're doing just yet. If I go for Gut Harvest, I'm gonna try and go for Gut Harvest and just get a bunch of on. Yoink! No, it didn't kill! Oh. Okay, never mind. I guess I'm not getting a bunch of money for free. It does specialize you in whoever you pick. So you just get to pick an abnormality that you want to use. Huh. Well, let's go for hate. Also, change position. What? You just... Dude, my mind is being blown. I never, Okay. Thank you. You could just... Oh, let me just move the abnormality page to the other side real quick, just to remind myself who I'm up against. That is crazy! Bro. The amount of work is actually insane. I'm gonna do a little pro thing called stalling for a moment, though, because I want to get money. Also, I think we just landed a crit, which is, very nice. Okay. We probably shouldn't stall anymore. Let's just go ahead and go for the kill. But I don't want to overhype what's going on and the amount of crazy attention to detail and work that is in this mod. But I think you notice that it's a lot. Like, I was not expecting it to be this absolutely detailed and insane. I am just completely blown away so far. Also, losing the clash, very nice for us. Unfortunately, damage, we're not doing it. We could go for another fend this off while you can, and I think I'm going to. That might get us a stagger. Oh, you bet it does. 1 health. Maybe we get gut harvesting? Nope. So let's go ahead and heal. Now we get to see, we crit again, we get to see if our health carries over. We also get some hard covers. Commander! Yup, that does sound good. Ooh, but that evasion also sounds good. I want Commander. Ooh, another, yeah, more gut harvest. Yes, sir! Okay, dried up, preemptive strike. Let's go for dried up, why not? We'll go for you're too slow. Wait, what? Start a clash, reduce stagger damage of all targets' dice by 5. Okay, Backstreet's dash it is. And we'll go for another fend this off while you can. Then over here, we could go for a charge up. Honestly, I think we should just grab it to have it. And you only live once. Start of clash. Dice on this page and the opponent's page deal 50% more damage and stagger damage. Okay. Let's see. Global. On use, select one combat page in your combat bookshelf. Give it to the selected librarian. Can be used once per turn. I don't think I fully understand that one. Wealth and Fame. Gain 20 on. Add 1 shop to the next chapter's reception list. Get 3 current chapters limited objectiart combat page reward. Get 1 limited. Okay, well, let's do that. Rat's Guide. Going first. Chop it off. Ah, here's what we're looking for. Let's go for McCullen. Okay, we could rest or get a random event. Random it is. Oh, hey, Sally's here now. It keeps your floor. Interesting. Wait a minute. I just realized. It's the tier of abnormality. Wait a minute. So for tier 1, we have Queen of Hatred. For tier 2, we have Child of the Galaxy. For tier 3, we have Blue Star. And for tier 4, Giga Healing. By the way, our health does not carry over, so that is good to know. Why not? Funeral of Dead Butterflies. Okay, so is it wrong of me to... Boy, I wish we could change the appearance customization, though, I'll tell you that. So, I'm gonna test this. Quit. Okay. So quit just means that you leave that menu. Now, I noticed earlier that it said it would reset progress if we already had a run going. So I'm going to forfeit. And now we have another button to continue our run. Okay. I don't think that there is proper words for me to describe just how freaking impressive of a feat that is. You can start and continue a run, and it will remember... Actually, hang on. It remembers everything you have, including how much money you currently have. Okay. Yeah. That is wizardry that's going on. And it doesn't actually affect your normal floors and everything. Interestingly, it also ignores any floor changes you have. So for example, we have a boosted floor of general receptions, but we were using regular scars, not this tier 3 one. Which leads me to believe if we were using the AN floor, I don't think that that would affect it. So you can have the big mods that change how your floors fundamentally work, and it won't totally break apart the RogueLike mod. Bro, that is just crazy. I'm at a loss for words. Real quick though, here's something I will say. I'm gonna make sure that we're not super desynced in the recording. You hear a strange noise in a nearby alleyway, naturally turning away from it. Though... Wait, what? Oh, I see. Naturally turning away from it. Though as you turn to leave, a figure appears. A short girl dressed in Zwei uniform and an armored skirt, carrying a rusted sword and shield on her back. The most striking part of her figure is her skull, which is mostly missing as if chewed off by a large beast. In its place is a constant stream of familiar sparkling powder, as well as in her weapons. She greets you with a bow, speaking in an otherworldly voice.
Shard, hi, I'm Cassiopeia, and it has sent me to give you a boon. So, what do you want?
Boon of Might, gain 4 of the current chapter's combat pages. Boon of Endurance, gain 1 of the chapter's key pages. Get some on, or everyone recovers some health. Recover some health. That almost makes me think that health does, or no, health would carry over. That makes sense. I'll take a key page, thank you. Cassiopeia touches your chest, materializing the desired boon in you. She displays a shy frown, meekly skittering away as your interaction ends. You can catch a glimpse of a smile as she stares back towards you. Well, alright. Well, we got a bunch of Lulu, so I'll take page 4. Higher number, better thing. Random event! You find yourself dining at Pierre's Bistro. Uh-oh. Though it seems no one has been receiving their orders tonight, causing you to ask the waiter, a tall and brolic, bronze-skinned man in a butcher's attire sampling a red soup. He turns his head and puts on a forced smile as you arrive. Yes? What is it? You explain that you're upset about the delay in your food, quickly joined by others in a symphony of complaints, all suddenly silent as the man strikes the counter with his cleaver, letting out a disappointed sigh. Ah, I'm sorry. Shouldn't have hit the counter like that. About our shortage. Hey, Pierre! Come out front, please. He calls to the kitchen behind him, a feminine voice answering back. Yes, Jack? A short, white-haired woman walked in front of the kitchen, bits and pieces of gore covering her apron. She approaches the counter with enthusiasm, despite her tired expression. Ah, is this about the wait times again? Well, listen here, Shard. Am I Shard? If you're in such a hurry, why don't you go grab some ingredients for us, then? She leans over with a sly smile. That or we can turn you into one right now. A blood-stained kitchen knife danced in her fingers. Sure, I'll go kill someone for you. All right, I'll be waiting for ya. Pierre let out a big smile. You can now obtain the meat combat page by skipping page rewards after a fight. Bringing you 5 meat combat pages to Pierre will allow you to complete the quest. Really? Oh, is she the area boss? Interesting. So if we skip 5 times and we get to the area boss, which is Pierre, I'm assuming, we can get a reward. Okay, let's take a battle. Lulu's Friend, page 2 and page 3. 50% chance to boost pierce damage by 1 and 50% chance to do it with slash. Multi-block. Combat start, gain 3 protection, stagger protection, and 5 shield this scene. Shield prevents the next X damage taken for the scene. Wait, what? Multi-hit. On use, all dice of this page gain on hit. Recycle this die at a 33% chance up to 1 time. That's crazy. That sounds really good in the right situation. On Clash Win, boost the next die's max value by 3. Do it again. Oh. Garbage collection. Wow, that happens pretty frequently. And Strong Strike. On hit, deal 3 stagger damage. Alright, everyone. Let's see. And we still... Oh! Skip combat page... Oh, I see. Okay. So, I'm just gonna skip 5 times, because I would rather not have Pierre be mad at me if I can help it. You're going for... Wait, what? Pound. On hit, deal 3 stagger damage. On Clash, lose. Recycle this die up to 10 times. I seem to have missed that part. Let's go ahead and go for coordinated strikes. Actually. Let's do hit and run. Why not? We'll get a ton of value. Thank you. And then we will go for time for a little test. Oh my, okay, hit and run just did absolutely crazy amount of damage. I assume that we crit. Now, you appear to be a little weak. Dang, but I don't have the page. Well, I was gonna get some on, but it wasn't to be. No, that was a crit. Right. We'll go with love. I skip. Let's see. Butcher's page. We'll take page. Page number 2. Thank you again. All right. Hi, Pierre and Jack. I don't have your meat yet. I was working on it. Instant cooking. Recover 10% of HP upon defeating an enemy. Max of 12. Double appetite. On hit, recover HP equal to target's bleed. Max of 15. On hit, inflict 1 bleed next scene. Trim the ingredients. On hit, inflict 2 bleed next scene. Cruelty. We already know what that does. I can cook anything. On hit, recover 4 HP. And Ingredient Hunt. On use, dice on this page gain +1 power if the target has bleed. And on hit, inflict 2 bind. Next scene. Mr. Jack, emergency rations. Recover 2 HP at the start of each scene. Keep it fresh. And alright. Hey, you guys aren't upset that we don't have your meat yet, right? Because you, really didn't give us much of a chance, you know? You know, I kind of... We can afford this. We can afford this. I'm gonna get the extra money. Okay, we don't get a stagger. That's fine. Okay, get rid of that. Okay. We get money with Jack. However, we can't do anything just yet, so that's a little bit unfortunate. So we're gonna play defensively. Hopefully we get a stagger from our first defensive dice. Ah, yes! Perfect indeed. And we get a stagger on the second one. Absolutely perfect. Now I'm going to go for hate, because why not? It's funny. PR sends a bunch of books flying, but we're going for gut harvesting. And then I'm also going to go for twin strikes, because I can afford it. So we do want to minimize how much damage we're taking, since it does carry over between acts, seemingly. By the way, 3 health again. Here I was thinking that I had properly managed it, but apparently not. Oof! She does die to bleed, but we do end up taking a little bit of unnecessary damage. Huh. So why didn't we get any meat? Skip combat page reward to get meat. I could have sworn that we did. So skip. And we still have 0. Why? Maybe that's not working as intended. Well, I don't want to do the boss battle yet, because I'm pretty sure that's going to be like Giga Pierre. So we'll do a random event instead. You hear intense shouting in the distance and decide to sneakily to analyze the situation. Upon approaching, you notice 2 fixers seemingly arguing with each other. One is a short blonde girl wearing a heavy-duty jacket with a big white fur coat. The other, an average-sized white-haired boy carrying a massive gray sword. By the looks of it, they haven't noticed you yet.
Lulu, I can't just run away like this. We're on a request, and it's not what a fixer would do. What my mother...
Cut it out, Mars! This place is gonna kill us! Is it not bad enough that Santa's gone?
Despite being so distracted by the boys, they still blocked your way forward. And by the various hauled equipment and supplies along the way, you suspect they wouldn't let you pass unharmed. Thanks to this hidden position, however, you can confidently take one of them out before the fight begins. Wow. The far more aggressive route is to pierce Lulu's throat, so we're gonna do that. Lulu screams out as a gargled mess, spewing blood everywhere she looks. Her body attempts to come back, but quickly stumbles, convulsing to death on the floor.
Wait! No! Lulu!
Mars cries out in shock, then anger, being held back by his co-workers, then dragged away before you can finish the fight. You have a feeling this is not over. Cool! Well, let's take him out. Mars is back. Move on to the next chapter after the reception. Oh boy, he's real strong compared to what we've been up against so far. Endured, normal to everything. Talent, deal +1 stagger damage against enemies with slower speed. And Berserk, if emotion level is 2 or higher at the end of the scene, draw 1 more page at the start of the scene and gain an additional speed die. Gather intel, on use draw 1 page, on hit gain 1 endurance next scene, double deflect. On clash win, reduce power of opponent's next die by 1, and on hit inflict 1 paralysis. Double prepared mind, combat start, gain 1 endurance. On clash win, gain an additional endurance. Handling work. On clash win, boost next die's max value by +3, and then do it again, before finishing off with Non-Stop Assault. On use at the start of the next scene, draw all copies of Non-Stop Assault from the deck. Well, we don't have a whole lot of options, so we're going to go for a stagger as quickly as possible. Ugh. Okay, we do take quite a bit of damage. He is enraged, so, you know, there is that to keep in mind. He is also going to get a 3rd speed dice, which is very scary, so I'm assuming we're going to lose a lot of our clashes. I'm going to go for hate. Debatably, we should have stopped by a shop, but a little bit too late now. I want to try and negate as much damage as possible, and then we are also going to go for Twin Strikes once again. Ooh, getting close to being staggered. Luckily, we do reduce his power. Okay, hate kicking in next turn, giving us an extra bit of strength. Let's go ahead and recover a little bit of HP, since it does carry over, as we've seen. Ooh, that's a whole lot of power that he's got there. We don't have double coordinated strike, so I'm gonna just attempt to do a hit and run. Then we're gonna try and fend this off while you can. Okay, I was kind of hoping that our evade dice would be put to use. Unfortunately, not meant to be. We do almost have him staggered, but he does quite a bit of damage to Sally, who is about to keel over. If we can hit him hard enough, we should be okay. I'm gonna try and stand ground. At the very least, we will land the second one. But not if we get staggered first. So Roland is gonna take quite a bit of damage here. He just about goes down, but not quite enough. Final tick of healing does go down. Unfortunately, it looks like Roland is going to be taken down, and there really just isn't a whole lot that we can do about it. Well, oh. That was an odd time for that to happen. Well, interestingly, Roland is still around. We're just gonna go for coordinated strike again. I should have spent a little bit more time deck building, it seems. If I can hit him hard enough, we could end it right here. 3 to 6? Let's try. Ooh, exactly enough damage to take him down. That was more lucky than anything else. Also, because we haven't been getting meat, I am just going to take the rewards. Let's see. Let's do Keep It Fresh because defensive is cool. Taste My Flaming Bat would probably be fine. And another Keep It Fresh because why not? We'll also go for a stack of Cruelty and trim the ingredients. 25% reduction in craft cost. Whoa. Or we can give it to the librarian, or we can get 5... why not? Permanent 25% reduction in crafting. And then we'll go to a resting room. Hey, you're supposed to be named Vera, not Angelica. Alright, let's see. So, we can restore a bunch of health. I'm gonna do that. Oh, actually, we're all full health. Well, that's a little bit of a waste. Yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate. So, we can change some of our pages. So, let's go ahead and do that with some of the earlier stuff. Ooh, Overpower Plus does seem real good. Backstreet Stash. I do actually want to keep that. Let's get rid of Rat Survival Guide. None of those are particularly good. Okay, well, unfortunate. Let's go to the shop.
Hello! Take a look!
Oh, if only it had the finger pointing. Alright, let's see. Whetstone. Consumable. All librarians gain +1 damage up the scene. Candlelight. Consumable. Selected librarian restores 1 light. Surprise! Consumable. Cancel. Okay, so we have one of those. Scrap Shield. Adds a counter
counter block die 2 to 5 to the selected librarian's queue. Minimum and maximum value increases by 1 per chapter. Passive ability, cost of 4, gain +3 power for the 3rd scene. Bloodshed. All the characters deal double damage and stagger damage. The scene can only be used once per battle. We can also buy some more page... Yeah, we can buy some more pages. Combat start, targeted page is forced to clash against this page. There's also Loosen Up, Guardian, I'll End You Plus, and scratch that plus. I'm gonna take that. Then I'll also take Bloodshed. And Scrap Shield. Yeah. Thank you. Alright, well, we have a battle no matter what we do. I wonder if you could fight him. Yeah, probably not. Woohoo! 3 ordinary grade 7 fixers. Oh boy, we are in for it now. So this would probably be a good time to adjust our builds a little bit. Let me see. We can also change up our abnormality pages whenever we so desire. So, like, for example, if I'm like, man, you know, Magical Girl is just not doing me justice. Then maybe I could swap to something else. Yeah, honestly, I'm pretty fine with her right now, though. Maybe we'll go for Heart for the second one. Let's go for Singing Machine. And then let's go for the Blood, since we have been making a bit of a blood build as it stands right now. Now, as for crafting, let's craft some of the big stuff. So, okay, so we are broke. Yeah. Huh. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching. And hopefully you enjoyed. Sorry, I got something in my throat partway through that. So, that was the RogueLike mod. Obviously, it has so much more than I could possibly show in a single episode, but I think we got to see... Okay, English is really hard, alright? We got to see the general premise of what we're going to be up against. Random events, stores, random battles, trinkets, pages, building. Good lord, there's a lot. So, yeah, a ton of detail went into this. So, I'm happy that I was able to show it off. But, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I will see you
in the next one.
Bye.